The sound to be heard and spoken should be clearly highlighted in short utterances. Students should be given the opportunity to hear the same things said by more than one voice as a model, so that students should be able to hear different people say different things. And that English sounds can be demonstrated in contrast with other English sounds or in contrast with sounds from the native language. So they can use the student's native language to help them pronounce words or sounds in the English language. And that sounds in certain English languages you can use to help with pronunciations in, like, let's say how somebody in Australia says mate, or has the accent and says mate, and you can understand that that sound is the same as other Englishes. So how, there's also, if you look on my PowerPoint, there is a YouTube link that gives some tips for teaching speech sounds to English language learners. And so my last thing that I'm going to talk about is classroom activities. There are so many different ways that you can teach students pronunciation, or phonetics and phonology. Well, mainly phonetics, because you're talking about the speech, and, well, no, phonetics and phonology. You can first, there is a website on my PowerPoint that gives multiple different activities that you can do to help students with pronunciation and hearing the different sounds and words. And there is, I believe there is also a YouTube link. Yes, there is a YouTube link that's starting at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. She gives activities that the students can do to help with pronunciation. So the ones I'm going to go over are from the website, and like I said, that the website is on the PowerPoint, and you can click on that and go read through and see all the different activities that are there. The first one is minimal pairs bingo. I thought this sounded like a lot of fun, because who doesn't like to play bingo? I mean, I like to play bingo. And it also, on the website, gave you a link to help you make the bingo cards, if you choose to do that. So the first one, like I said, was minimal pairs bingo. The teacher will make different bingo cards, just like you would if you're playing regular bingo. Same rules apply like you do in regular bingo. B, whatever number it is, or I, whatever number it is, if you got that one, or you put the coin or marker or whatever on that one. And but the thing about this is that the words, or that the numbers or pictures or letters or whatever it is on the card are particular sounds that the students are focusing on. So the students are focusing on a particular sound. That's what the teacher would put on the card. And the students would play just like regular bingo. The teacher would draw a number out of a hat, or the letter out of the hat, and say B, and then say whatever sound that is under B. And the students would go and mark it. And if the students get 5 in a row, they get bingo and shout bingo, and then they get to be the one that draws the cards out of the hats and read the words. So it gets everybody involved, and you get to hear the words and associate those words with the different letters and words that go with it. The next one is odd one out. I personally thought this one was a lot of fun. So this one, you start with three different words. You can have multiple different 3 words in the little baggie, but you have 3 words in a group. And these 3 words, 2 of the words are going to sound similar. So like pie, buy. Those two words sound similar. But then you're going to have an oddball word or the odd one out word like share. So you got pie, buy, and share. Well, share would be the odd one out. So the students would have to read the 3 different words, and they would be in a group. They would be in a group about 2 or 3 students, and the students would go through and read the words and decide which ones are the words that sound like each other and the words that are the odd ones out. And the students can trade off with reading, so like one student can read one group of words and another student can read another group of words, but everybody has to be listening to the different sounds of the words. And then this can also be applied to tic-tac-toe. So the students can have a little tic-tac-toe board, and whenever they find the odd one out, they can put an X or an O for whichever odd one out that they have. And that way you can get the student, like you would have the students again in a group of 2 for this, and they can figure out the different, same concept, they just get to add something else to it and make it a little bit more fun. The last one I'm going to talk about is the sound total response. This one is quite fun as well. This one is whenever the students hear a particular sound, they will do something that the teacher has told them to do. So let's say that they hear the A sound. So they hear the A sound, the short A sound. They would clap their hands, they would stomp their feet, they'll wave their hands in the air, they'll stand up, they'll do something that the teacher has told them to do. And this could also be reading based or listening based. So the students could have to listen to it, or whenever they're reading, they would have to figure that out. They figure out, oh, that's that sound, so I gotta clap my hands. The students could respond to words on a flashcard by correctly pronouncing them and moving in the way that they are told when they hear a particular sound, or could respond to the teacher whenever the teacher says a word that has a particular sound, just like I explained before. So that is the last one that I was going to go over. And my 5 discussion questions that I'm going to be asking you all are, what activities could you do in your classroom to help with pronunciation, and why do you think these could work? So what do you think you could do to help your students to learn how to pronounce these words, and why would it work? Another one is, how could the background knowledge about phonetics and phonology help you in your future teaching? So how does all of this information, the what is phonetics, what is phonology, the history behind it, the International Phonetic Alphabet, how could all of that help you in your future teaching? What kind of impact will teaching about speech sounds or phonetics have on the ELL students? Do you think that it will have a positive effect or a negative effect, and why do you think this would be? Will you even teach about phonetics and phonology in your classroom? Why? Why not? And my last one is, what are your thoughts about phonetics and phonology? Do you think it's something that would be useful? Do you think it's something that wouldn't be useful? Do you think it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, but I probably wouldn't use it in the classroom? So that is all I have for you guys, and thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing all of your responses.